Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss orbital plane and circle of illumination of the chapter 3, that is motions of the earth. So let's begin with our class. So what is orbital plane? An orbital plane is the flat, disc-shaped space that connects the center of the object being orbited with the center of the orbiting object, because all planets in our solar system share a similar orbital plane, and whereas the planets do not run into each other. Again, orbital plane is the plane in which Earth's revolution path is located. The path of Earth's revolution is an eclipse, that is a regular oval shape, and the earth axis, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. You know that earth axis is tilted at an angle of 66.5 degrees on its orbital plane. On the other hand, the earth axis is tilted at 23.5 degrees on the line which is perpendicular to its orbital plane. So, as you know that all the planets, comets and asteroids in the solar system are in orbit around the sun. All of those orbits line up with each other, making a kind of flat disc called the orbital plane. So, now let us move to the topic, that is circle of illumination. We know that Earth receives its light and heat from the sun, and Earth has spherical shape. As we have already studied in the previous class that Earth is of spherical shape. So, therefore, we experience day at one side and night at one side. Had it been flat, had the Earth been flat, then we would have received the light of the sun or heat from the sun at the same time. Whereas the earth is spherical in shape, that is why we experience day at one side and night at one side. The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. So here in the picture we can see that one side is receiving light and the other part is receiving, or it's total dark. So this circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called the circle of illumination. Now, let us know what is Earth day. We know that Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. This period is known as the Earth day, and it is the daily motion of the Earth. So, the rotation of the Earth, it is the daily motion of the Earth. Now, do you wonder what would happen if the Earth did not rotate? So, well, in that condition, one side of Earth would always experience light and the another side of the Earth would always experience darkness. The Earth facing the sun would always experience day, and thus there would be continuous warmth in the region. At the same time, the other half would always remain dark and be freezing cold all the time. These are extreme conditions which are not suitable for life. Thus, we can say that if the earth did not rotate, life would not have been possible. So, life have been possible on the earth because of its movement or because of its rotation on its own axis and because of the revolution. Okay. So now let us see what is leap year. As we have studied earlier, that the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path or an orbit is called revolution. So every fourth year, February has 29 days instead of 28 days. Such a year with 366 days is called a leap year. Actually, Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete a revolution. But for the sake of convenience, we consider that year consists of 365 days. The 6 hours that are ignored make one day, that is 24 hours over a period of 4 years. This one day is added to that year in the month of February. Therefore, after every 4 years, February has 29 days and that year is known as leap year. So, I hope you have understood what is a leap year, right? So, this is all for today. Here, I conclude. Thank you and have a nice day.